Unto the Torah, Yasha Allah, give me the chorus, all on the glory praise. Unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Mashah, Malaki, Habashah. That's all praises on the glorification unto the Most High God, Yahweh. In the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh. This is Brother Yasha Allah coming back to y'all yet. Another video through the Spirit Power, Yahweh, Bahashim, Mashah, Malaki, Habashah. Alright, Shalom, Shalom. Alright, all praise to the Most High. I'm gonna get straight into this. Alright, this be going into the Lord is asking you one question, and how are you going to answer it? You know, what way are you going to answer this question? All right, that the Lord is asking each and every one of us. Each and every Israelite, the Lord is asking us this question. All right, now let's go to it. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 9. All right, let's go to Matthew, chapter 9, and verse number, I'm going to start at verse 27. All right, and it's going to get to the question. It says, "And when Yahushua departed thence, two blind men followed him, crying and saying, Thou son of David, have mercy on us. And when he was come into the house, the blind man came to him, and Yahushua said unto them, Believe ye that I am able to do this? They said unto him, Yea, Lord." It says, "Yea, Lord." And Khan Shalom Barzia, all praise to Yahweh, all praise to Yahweh, Yahweh, right? But it says, hey, it says, believe ye that I'm able to do this, man. So whenever we're praying to the Most High, the Lord is always asking us this question. He's always saying, guess what? Believe ye that I'm able to do this? Do you believe that I'm actually able, right, to do this thing that you're praying for? Let's say you're praying for more faith. But do you actually pray? Do you actually believe that the Lord's going to give that to you? If let's say you're a sincere brother or a sincere sister, whatever, and you're praying for something that you want to happen in your life, do you actually believe that the Lord's going to give you that? Because it doesn't matter if you don't believe, right? Why would the Lord give you something? You're asking the Lord, hey, Lord, please, can you give me, a good job so that, I can, pay my bills on time and this and the third. And, but if you don't really believe you're going to get that job, then why you not praying? It's like, why you even praying that? Why would the Lord give it to you? The Lord said, I'm reading it again. It says, so these blind men was asking Yahushua to have mercy on him. And in verse 28, it says, and when he was come into the house, the blind men came to him, and Yahushua said unto them, Believe ye that I'm able to do this? Meaning, do you believe that I'm actually able to heal you? Do you believe, right? Yeah, you call me the son of David, which I am. Yeah, you call me Lord. Yeah, you call me this and the third, but do you actually believe in me? Right? It says what? And Yahushua said unto them, Believe ye that I'm able to do this? They said unto him, Yea, Lord. It says, Yea, Lord. Then touch he their eyes, and saying, According to your faith, be it unto you. So he said, according to your faith, it's going to be unto you, man. According to your faith. That's what the Most High is looking for at the end of the day, man. Hey, that faith. Do you believe in the Most High? Right? That's what he's saying. Do you believe in me? Do you actually believe that I can heal you? Or are you just saying it? Right? Do you actually believe that the Most High can deliver you out of famine? Or are you just saying that? Right? Do you actually believe that the Lord's going to increase you, brother? Or give you wisdom, knowledge, understanding? Or are you just saying it just to say it? And that's something that we all have to work on, is building our faith up. Because if you say, brother, I don't have to watch this video because I already have enough faith. And now you're shaking the hand at the brother saying, I don't need to hear that. I don't need that precept. I already have enough faith. Brother, you going off, man. Right? Because the Lord said, if you have the faith as much as a mustard seed, you can move mountains. And the brother beat me to it. But I'm going to pull that as well, which is later in the video. Right? But that's a good precept as well. Right? You can't doubt in this thing, man. This is the book of Mark, chapter 11. Right? That's what I've been trying to basically strengthen, right? Is not doubting, right? Not doubting Yahweh and Yahweh. Because when we doubt the Lord, we really taking away from his power. We're really taken away from the Most High when we doubt, Because if you doubt it, can the Lord really do that? I don't know. It's ridiculous. I'm going to just not pray for it, right? Brother, no, pray for it, man. Who knows if the Lord's going to have mercy on you and actually perform it? Who knows, right? You saying, I'm praying for brothers, but, I mean, can the Lord really give me brothers? Yes, brother, he can, I'm praying for, let's say you're a sister. I'm praying for sincere sisters, but They just not out there. They just not. There's no sincere sisters, so I'm just not praying for it. Right? It says, "Con, see that how yeah, Con, the Lord, hey, bro, I just said, hey, Con, you will be tested. That's right. So Con, see that, yeah, Con, how that sound out loud? Exactly, man. You taking away from the power of the Lord. Can the Lord really? But hey, we could laugh about it, but we actually it's something that we all, actually, hey, all of us, man. Sometimes we have those thoughts, and that's just Satan, man. Right? But this is Mark chapter 11, verse 22. It says, and Yahweh shall answering said unto them, have faith in the Most High. So plainly, hey, Yahweh Shah was like, hey, have faith in the Most High. Right? This is what you want to have your faith in, the Most High. Right? But it says what? For verily I say unto you that whosoever shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed, and be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe that those things which he saith shall come to pass, he shall have whatsoever he saith. The Lord said you're going to have whatsoever you say. Whatever you want is going to be unto you. Right? Whatever you want, I'm going to give it to you. Because if you have faith and doubt not, it says, and shall not doubt in his heart. Because when we doubt, that's just us. That's just Satan. That's just the flesh, man. Right? That's just not moving in confidence. Because what I like to say is having faith is having confidence. And what? In the Lord. You know what I'm saying? When you have faith in the Most High, that means you have confidence in the Most High. You have hope in Him. That's what He begs of us. That's what He asks of us, to have faith in Him. Right? When did the Lord ever say to not have faith in Him and just not have confidence? You know? When did the Lord ever say that? Right? It says what? Shall come to pass, he shall have whatsoever he saith. Therefore I say unto you, what things soever you desire when you pray, believe that you receive them, and ye shall have them. So he said, whatever things when you desire when you pray, right? It says it's like whatsoever things you desire when you pray, believe that you receive them, and ye shall have them. Then you're gonna have it, man. You're gonna have it. If you really believe in what you're praying for, the Lord said you're gonna have it, man. Right? That's in the Bible. Let's go to the book of Romans chapter 14, verse 22. That's in the Bible, right? Romans chapter 14, verse 22. Right? Khan, shalom, shalom to the money, man, mighty brother. Right? Let's go to Romans chapter 14, verse 22. Hast thou faith? So that's what the Lord's also asking us as well. He's asking us that question in the book of Matthew chapter 9 that I brought out previously. But he's also asking this question too. Hast thou faith? You praying to the Lord for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, or praying to the Lord for certain things. You don't believe that the Lord's actually going to give you that, or it's actually going to happen. The Lord's like, what, man? You don't even have faith. Hast thou faith? Right? It says what? Have it to thyself before God. Happy is he that condemneth not himself in that thing which he alloweth. Right? I'm going to keep reading. And he that doubteth, right, is damned if he eat, because he eateth not of faith, or whatsoever is not of faith is sin. And sometimes we always have those thoughts of doubts that pop up into our mind. And it's just like thoughts of lust, you know. It's just like thoughts of covetousness, or thoughts of you might have thoughts of thievery, or thoughts of whatever. It's just like any other demon. You know, brothers always want to talk about the lust demon, or the whatever demon, the murder demon, or the whatever demon, man. We always want to talk about those major demons, but what about the demon of doubt? Right? What about the demon that takes away your faith? These spirits are actually real, and they work on us. You know, they work on us. So the Lord has precepts to strengthen our faith, because that's the main thing that the Lord is looking for. He's saying, hast thou faith? Do you have faith? Yeah, you're praying 10 times a day. Yeah, you're praying 7 times a day. Yeah, you're praying maybe even 30 times. But do you actually believe the things that you're saying? Right? You're praying that that even certain things like this, like I pray that I may that you may watch over us, but do you actually believe that the Lord's going to do that? You know what I'm saying? The Lord said, for whatsoever is not of faith is sin. You know, I'm gonna get this precept as well. Kind of like how the brother said, hey, he said, hey, fear will plague your mind. Exactly, man. Fear is going to plague your mind. I'm gonna get that precept real quick from Wisdom of Solomon, right, about fear, right? You get that precept from Wisdom of Solomon about fear, because when you fear, you really don't have faith, right? Who would fear anything if you believe that the Lord is actually right next to you, right? And you believe that the Most High is going to help you in every situation, right? Why would you fear, right? Why would you fear? Actually, I'm a hold that. I'm gonna hold that. Oh yeah, Con. Well, actually, I'm gonna pull it first, right? Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17, and verse number 11. It says, "For wickedness condemned by her own witness is very timorous, and being pressed with conscience always forecasteth grievous things." So basically, your mind can always cast grievous things, right? It's going to tell you seven different things, you know. Con, brother, hey, brother, pull it exactly. But let's go to even in Sirach, chapter 37 and verse number 14, the Lord said, "For a man's mind is sometimes wont to tell him more than seven watchmen that sit above in a high tower." So your mind is going to tell you seven different things. That's what your mind does, you know. Um, and those seven different things could be thoughts that deviate from the Most High and that don't line up with the Most High. Like your thoughts could say, "Well, just stop praying for that. I don't even know why you're praying for this. You already know it's not going to happen. You know it's not going to happen." But brother, how do you know that though? Right? How do you know that? That's just Satan. This is Satan trying to hinder you from not praying for something, man. When the Lord said, "If you have faith, you can have it." You know what I'm saying? So it says what? Verse 12, "For fear is nothing else but a bewailing of the succors which reason offer." Exactly. And that's what fear is. When you lack that faith in the Most High God, now you're fearing. Right? But the Lord said in Romans chapter 8, if God be for us, who can then be against us? Right? So we have to believe these things, man. And I would just say that to you. I say that to myself as well. I have to believe that too. I have to literally have faith as a grain of a mustard seed so that when I come up to a mountain, I can remove it. That's really going into not so much physically, right? And metaphorically, what's that mountain? There's these jump over, it, right? The thing you're going through. What's going to get you watching this? You might go through it with your husband. Hey, that's the whatever. Hey, with these hurdles and the situations that the Most High throws at us, right? And that Satan throws at us, we have to overcome it through what? Through faith. Because faith is like our gas in this world. Try to in your Toyota or your Honda, all right? try to start it up with no gas, right? It's not gonna work. You're gonna turn the ignition, or you might have it. You might be fancy with it and have the button and you press it, right? So you might be fancy with it, but try to start that car up with no gas. It's not going to work, right? So what's our gas in this world? Our gas is that faith. What's going to get you through that tribulation? What's going to get you through Jacob's trouble? What's going to get you through, any type of thing you have to overcome? It's that faith, believing the Most High, and that knowing you understand that the Most High is with you, and He's going to help you in every situation. Let's say you lose your car, you lose your whole damn household, you lose everything that you possess in your life. Just lose it all, and all you have is your Bible. That's it. You got the clothes on your back, you got your Bible. That's it. What's going to get you through that, man? What's going to get what type of distress you're going to be going through? But what's going to get you through that is your faith, because it changes your mindset. Because what I like to say is faith equals optimism or optimism, being optimistic, right? If a brother can look up that word optimistic into Google and put it in the chat, that'll be cool, Bible chat, right? But you want to be optimistic, and having faith is being optimistic. I believe if I'm just making a makeshift definition, it's like basically having good thoughts about the future, right? Because the opposite of being optimistic is being pessimistic, meaning you're always thinking negatively about the future, right? So we don't want to be like that. And the Lord commanded us to be such, right? To think always negatively about the future. Ah, man, look at me, man. I'll never make it out of Jacob's trouble. I'll never. I could never. Oh man, a rib. I could never get a rib, man. Oh wait, brothers. I can never get brothers, man. Oh look at that, brother. He bringing down my life. I can never be like that, man. When did the Lord ever say that? When did the Lord ever say to be like that? To think like that? You're not thinking like a king, man. You're not thinking like a prince. You're not thinking like a son of God, man. You're not thinking like the Most High, right? Hey, calm, the water. It says hopeful and confident about the future, right? Calm the water. It says the optimistic mood of the 60s, gone. Learn to, oh yes, love. Hopeful and confident about the future. Exactly. Hopeful and confident about the future, the water. So that sounds like faith. Because you having faith in the Most High, you being hopeful and confident in the Lord about your future or about certain things. That's you having faith. Let me get this precept real quick, man. You know, I don't want to talk too much, man. I want to let the precepts speak as well. All right, let's go to Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So that's what faith is, according to the Bible. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Because we haven't seen Yahweh, right? We haven't seen the chariots. You know what I'm saying? We haven't seen any of that, but we have faith that these things are real, right? It says now faith is the substance of things hoped for, because faith is hope at the same time. These things are is I would say it's synonymous. You having hope in the Most High and you having faith. These terms are very 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 similar, right? So I'm gonna get this precept to prove that as well, right? Because and even on a lower level, right? People, they have faith on a lower level, even in the world. Let's think about it, right? People in the world, they even have faith, right? They have faith that they're going to wake up tomorrow. I mean, there's no doubt in their mind, right? They're not thinking about, ah, man, I may not wake up tomorrow, man. Wait, some do. I'm not saying everybody is not thinking like that. But what I'm saying, in 2 years from now, and all help that this world's going to continue on and on and on. They have faith that their life, they're going to live their life. They have faith that they're going to grow up. What I'm saying in terms of people like young as me, they have faith that they have all their damn work, this life planned out. They're just going to live their life, man. You know what I'm saying? Like an average American, like an average Babylonian. You know, like you just believe that, but you have no idea what's going to happen tomorrow. Let's just be real. But people have faith that these things are going to happen. It's going to transpire. People have faith that their car is going to start up in the morning, right? Let's say you got work in the morning. You got work at 7, so you get up at 6. You brushing, you know, you got a bagel in your left hand. You got coffee in the right hand. And so you run into your car, right? And when you go to start up your car, you'll be like, man, I don't know if my car is going to start up. It may not. I don't know. Hey, no, you stick that, you put that key in the ignition and you start it up, man. Cause you know it's gonna start, right? Unless you have a jacked up car. But what I'm saying is, if you have a car it's always cool. It always starts up, right? What I'm trying to say is, it always starts up. So why would you have that thought that it's not gonna start? We see through the precepts that the Most High, he always come through, right? Let's get that precept real quick. All right, we see that it kind of like, exactly, unless you got a bucket and messed up car, you know, or just some just messed up car. And the Most High, he gonna start up every time, man. If you got ear to ear, he gonna start up every time, right? He gonna give you something, right? He not gonna just leave you hanging. Yeah. Let me get the book of Psalms chapter 37 verse right. Psalms 37 verse 25. It says, I have been young and now I'm old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed breaking bread. So David, he's a wise man. He's seen a lot, right? The Lord, where David, he said in 1 Kings chapter 2 verse 1 on down, he said, I go the way of all the earth. Be strong therefore and show thyself a man, right? So he according to David, he said he's seen the earth, and he's saying, I have been young and now I'm old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, or his seed breaking bread. The Most High, he gonna give you something, right? The Lord said in Psalm 37 verse 4, delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thy heart. Commit thy way unto him, right? It says what? Commit thy way unto him, trust all. That's like a trust. Commit thy way unto the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. So that's what the Most High said, right? He's gonna bring it to pass if you believe in him, if you commit your way to him. And just like how, back to that analogy, the Most High is not just a jacked up car. You might have a jacked up car, and it may be a 50-50 whether or not it's going to start. But the Most High is not such. It's not 50-50 with the Most High. The Most High always comes through, right? The Most High always came through with David, right? The Most High always came through with Solomon. He always came through with the righteous. He never left the righteousness out there, right? So that's why we want to commit our way unto the Lord and trust in Him, because He always comes through with things. You might be praying to the Most High and fasting about certain things you want to happen in your life, and it may not happen. The Most High may not give it to you, but the Most High might give you something better, right? That's what the Lord said. And guess what? That's what the Lord does sometimes, right? You might be praying to the Most High and fasting to the Most High about certain things you want to happen in your life, but He may not give it to you. He may not give it to you then, or he may give it to you later. But sometimes He may not give it to you at all. He might give you something better though. That's better for you. That's better in that situation, or that's whatever. But the Most High, He always comes through, right? That's the point. Let's go to First Samuel to prove that real quick, man. Right, this is the book of First Samuel. Actually, I want Second Samuel. Right, this is the book of Second Samuel, chapter 12. Right, this is Second Samuel chapter 12 and verse number 15. And Nathan departed unto his house, and the Lord struck the child that Uriah's wife bare unto David, and it was very sick. David therefore besought God for the child, and David fasted and went in and lay all night upon the earth. And the elders of his house arose and went to him and raised him up from the earth. But he would not, neither did he eat bread with them. So David was praying and he was fasting day by day that his child would live, because the Lord struck his child, gave him a disease, and it was sick. So David was beseeching the Lord that the Lord would heal his child and save his child, right? But his child later died though, right? His child later died. So even though David was a righteous man and he was praying and fasting unto the Most High that the Most High would save his child, the Most High ultimately did still not hearken unto David. Now, does that mean David's wicked? Does that mean now the Lord is not dealing with David at all? Now, the Lord is just not dealing with David. The Lord hates David, and this and the third. Nah, man. Nah. Right? The Most High, remember, He works. Hey, guess what? The Most High, He's very, very or we shouldn't say strange, but He's mysterious. Right? And Khan says, brother said, and he got up after this morning and for back, and Khan back to serving the Lord. Exactly. And then he started to eat and drink, man. Right? So you might fast and pray that the Most High does something in your life. The Most High may not give it to you. And you're like, damn, well, it's the will of the Most High. And you just go about your day. Hey, but guess what? Not knowing that the Most High got something actually in store for you. He got something even better in store for you. You praying that, you in your own vain mind, thinking that something is going to happen it's going to be good. It's on the third. You thinking about it, it's good in your head, but the Most High like, nah, you don't want that. Trust me, you don't want that. I'm gonna actually give you this. You just gotta be patient. You know what I'm saying? That's how the Most High operates. And we don't understand the Most High. That's why we don't want to try to understand the Most High, because you can't understand Him. I'm going to get a precept real quick, man. All right? It's the book of Romans, chapter 11, verse 33. Oh, the depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and knowledge of God, how unsearchable are His judgments and His ways past finding out. So the Most High's ways are past finding out. He might do certain things to you. He might make you pray fast for something, and it don't even happen. Just like you can pray and fast more. Because, brother, you haven't been praying. Brother, you haven't been fasting. So you want to pray and fast for to the Most High that something might happen in your life, right? And it doesn't happen. Let's say it doesn't happen. Even though you did believe, even though this and the third happened, or even though you prayed to the Most High distinctively, and the Lord still didn't give it to you. Hey, the Lord, remember, His ways just passed finding out. So He might have just done that just for you to pray and glorify His name more. Hey, the Most High is mysterious. And kind of brother pulled a precept, Wisdom of Solomon 9 and 13, right? For what man is he that can know the knowledge of God, or who can think what the will of the Lord is? Exactly. Who can think what the will of the Lord is? And we don't know the will of the Lord. That's why we pray and fast that certain things may happen, that the will of the Lord lines up with our will, but that sometimes it just doesn't happen, man. Does that mean that the Lord hates you now? Right? Kind of like how the brother said, Israel thinks that they know the Most High. Hey, we don't know the Most High at all, right? You think that don't think that the Most High is just a vending machine. With all this said, the Lord said, yeah, you have to believe, and I'm gonna give you what you want. Yes, the Lord is saying this, but we have to also understand that the Most High is not just a vending machine to get what you want, right? Now you praying to the Lord, 7 days in a row, right? You praying to the Lord 7 days in a row about certain things, right? You praying to the Lord about a certain thing so you can get, let's say you want to get a new car. You praying to the Lord 7 times a day for 7 days. And let's say for even a whole month. You praying to the Lord for a whole month every day that you may get a car, right? That you may get a new car. Now let's say the Most High, he still doesn't give you a new car. I ain't like, man, I was doing everything, man. I was praying, I was fasting, I was studying, I was doing the work of the Lord. Why did the Lord give me that? Why did the Lord give me it? I thought that, and now, brother, you just fell out the truth. Brother, what are you talking? What are you doing? The Most High is not a vending machine. Yeah, he will give you what you want, but he not always going to do that, right? He don't have to always do that. In fact, he don't have to give us anything at that matter. The Lord is so compassionate and so long-suffering and so pitiful that he will actually listen to us and to what we want. But the Most High, at the end, he doesn't have to do that, though. He's just doing it out of the love that he has for Israel, out of the perpetual love that he has for Israel, right? He's just doing it out of his kind heart. But he's not obligated to any man. He's not obligated to you or me, man. In fact, the Most High can just root me out right now, right? And the angels will rejoice, both the righteous and on the right hand side and on the left hand side, bro. Right? And the Most High's will is going to be done, nevertheless. Hey, God forbid, but hey, that's the case in the matter. The Most High don't need me or anybody. But at the same time, right? At the same time, he is still compassionate on us, right? He's still compassionate on us and still gives us what we want, even though we don't deserve it, right? Even though he doesn't have to, right? And come on, brothers, playing good priest. And like how the brother said, hey, calling him big guy is God. Right? You calling the Most High Big Daddy, right? That's all, right? You pray to the Lord. Come on, Big Daddy. You pray to the Lord. Come on, Big Daddy. Come on. Let me get $500,000. Let me get $500,000. Right? Brother, what are you talking about, man? Right? Isaiah 55 verse 8. Yeah, kind of like how the brother put that as well. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, and your ways my ways. Exactly. Right? You don't know what the Lord is thinking. Right? Whole time you praying to the Lord about certain things may conspire in your life, or that you may get more wisdom, knowledge, understanding, or that you may be more bolder in the spirit. Whatever brothers and sisters pray for, and it seemed like the Lord not really giving you what you want, but you have self-examined. You doing everything. It seems like you doing everything you should be doing. You praying, you fasting, right? You diligent. You trying to be sincere. This and the third. But it seems like the Lord not really hearing you. We have to understand that the Most High, what He thinks is different from how we think. We think differently than the Lord. And we don't know what the Lord. We don't know the Lord's plan. So what we're trying to say is, hey, guess what? We have to leave that into suggestion as well. We have to bring that into suggestion as well. We have to think about that as well. That the Most High, he don't think like us, and his thoughts are just way above us, right? But I'm gonna bring out these other precepts as well on that, right? Bring out these other precepts as well. So the Lord said you have to have faith, right? It's the book of Mark, chapter 9, verse 23. But nevertheless, just going back to the topic, we still nevertheless want to have faith and have confidence in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh. Nevertheless, right? This is Mark chapter 9, verse 23. I'm sorry, verse 22. And oftentimes they have cast into the fire and into the waters to destroy him. But if thou canst do anything, have compassion on us and help us, right? Yahushua said unto him, if thou canst believe, all things are possible to him that believeth. So the Lord said, all things are possible unto him that believeth. I mean, that's what the Lord said, though, right? Are we just to just blot out that verse? Just get some ink and or get a black marker and just blot out that verse. Just nah, it can't be true. Can't be true. Nah, I mean, well, the Lord said if you can believe, right? You praying for more faith. I mean, well, can you believe it though? You praying that all hell can, or you can be delivered in the chariot. Well, but do you believe that though? Right? That's something we have to always ask ourselves. It says all things are possible to him that believeth. He said anything's possible, man. That's why even in the world they say you want to be optimistic because anything is possible when you actually picture yourself doing it. You got to picture yourself doing it. You got to picture yourself being delivered into a chariot. You know, we have to picture ourselves. You know, calling the priests like how we want to know, or knowing the priests like how we want to know it. You know, we have to picture ourselves. Of course, we have to actually put down that work, but at the same time, you know, through faith, you can do anything, right? Let's go to verse 24. And straightway the father of the child cried out and said with tears, Lord, I believe, help thou mine unbelief, right? And that's what we want to pray to the Lord as well. Help thou mine unbelief. Because anybody that's watching this or is in the truth, period, we don't have enough faith. You can never have enough faith because when you go to the book of Luke chapter 17, and remember, having faith doesn't mean you walking out into the middle of the highway. You walking out into the middle of the freeway and you saying, brother, I got it, I got faith. So now you just walking in the middle of the highway, right? Now I got it, no cars is gonna hit me, I have faith. Hey, brother, that's not what we're saying. That's not what it's saying, right? It's, you know, of course you still want to use wisdom, right? But the Lord said you can never have too much faith, though, because let's go to the book of Luke chapter 17 verse 5. It says, and the apostles said unto the Lord, increase our faith, right? It said, hey, even the apostles, nobody on this live, nor me, has walked with Yahweh and Yahushua in this flesh right now, in his life, right? It says, and the apostles, hey, they walked with the Lord, man. They saw the miracles of the Lord. But even them, they said, it's like, and the apostles said unto the Lord, increase our faith. So if they was praying to the Lord that the Lord will increase their faith, how much more us? Our faith needs to be off the roof, man. Our cup needs to run over with faith, right? That's how much faith we need. Right, let's go to Hebrews chapter 11, verse 6. This is the book of Hebrews chapter 11, verse 6. It says, but without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. So if we don't have faith, it's impossible to please the Most High. Because what came first, your works or your faith? Let's be real. When you were first coming into this truth, what came first, your works or your faith? Did you start the works and then you believe in the Lord? Or did you start believing in the Lord, then came the works after that? Let's be real, right? You have to literally watch that video and then your faith increased. Or you have to read that precept and your faith increased for you to actually put on your fringes. For you to actually, pray to the Most High more and more and more and actually believe in this thing. So the faith came first. It says, for without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to God must believe that he is. So if we want to come to the Most High, we must believe that he is, right? And what's crazy about the scripture is it says that he is. It renders it as he is in the KJV. But we know that Yahweh means he is. He exists. So it's basically saying, hey, he that cometh to God must believe Yahweh, right? Essentially, that's what it's saying. If you were to translate it to the Hebrew, right? But it says what? And that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. So the Most High, he's going to reward you if you diligently seek him. Diligently seek him, not just praying once a day. Like you throwing up your hands talking about, I don't know why the Lord's not answering my prayers. Well, brother, because you're just praying once a day. You're just praying 2 times a day, brother. That's not enough, right? Are you praying, or are you reading once a week, brother? It's not enough. The Lord's not going to work for you, man. The Lord said, let's go to the book of James, chapter 4, verse 8. This is James chapter 4 and verse number 8. Draw nigh to God, and he will draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands, ye sinners, and purify your hearts, ye double-minded. So the Lord said, draw nigh to God, and he will draw nigh to you. That's what he said. So if you draw nigh to the Most High, I mean, you draw nigh to the Most, you seeking the Most High, he gonna seek after you. You working for the Lord, he gonna work for you too, right? And that's in the scriptures. So as long as we working for the Most High, he gonna work for us, man. He gonna do what you he gonna give you what you need. He gonna give you what you need, and sometimes he gonna give you what you want, man. Right? The things that you desire in your heart, in righteousness, he's gonna give it to you. Why? Because you have made him your refuge. Because you were diligently seeking. Therefore, the Lord gave you that reward that you wanted. You know, that you needed, right? But I just want to bring up a count about having faith, right? So it was when I was in LA, right? It was when I was in LA. I was with the mighty brother Yakar, all right, of WFI Atlanta, and he was over here in LA in Cali. So I linked up with the brother through the spirit, and it was a Friday night camp. It was a Friday night overtime camp. It was just me and him. We were driving around. If anybody knows or has been to Hollywood, right? And kind of like how the brother said, never seen the righteous forsaken. Kind is right. But if anybody has been to Hollywood, we know that or it's like not just Hollywood, but the Hollywood Boulevard, right? The Boulevard. If you've been to the Boulevard, you understand that it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people there, and it's hard to find parking. Like if you don't want to pay, it's hard to find parking. And we know that we didn't want to pay because it was a Sabbath, right? So being a Friday night, so we didn't want to profane the Lord's Sabbath. So we were driving around for like 20 to 30 minutes, man. Like, no lie. 20 to 30 minutes just driving around trying to find for some parking, man. And so the Lord kind of just put in my spirit, like, hey, the Lord, he going to give it to us, man. I just know it. He going to give us a spot. We're going to find a spot, right? We're going to find a spot, you know? And we threw up a prayer to the Most High while in the car, man, right? Threw up a prayer to the Most High. I was putting that precept, Mark chapter 9, verse 23, you know, pulling the precepts on faith. And you best believe when we were driving, we saw a spot. We literally saw a spot. We took that spot. It was like a rare spot. You know, it was just there, just waiting. You know, and we took it through the spirit. So after driving around for 30 to 40 minutes, I don't even know how long it was. It was a long time. We just driving around trying to find some parking because there's a hell of people there. But the Most High had put in our spirit to bring it out over there. So I'm like, man, I'm not giving up. We're not giving up, man. We need to be here, you know. So that's just a testimony of how when you have faith and doubt not, the Most High can give it to you. Cause the Most High like, damn, you believe, huh? Now you believe. This man, he got confidence, you know. He got confidence, right? Did not the Lord say? Let me get that precept. All right, did not the Lord say? 2 Corinthians 5 and verse 7. It says, I'm gonna start verse 6. It says, therefore we are always confident. It says we're always confident, knowing that whilst we are at home in the body, we are absent from the Lord. For we walk by faith, not by sight. Right? So the Lord said we walk by faith, not by sight. You know? And the Lord said, but the just shall live by his faith in the book of Habakkuk chapter 2. The just shall live by his faith. Right? But I'm going to keep reading in verse 8. It says, we are confident, I say. Again, he's saying we're confident. I say, and willing rather to be absent from the body and to be present with the Lord, man. Right? So, you know, all praise to the Most High, man. And yeah, just going back to that testimony, man, we found that spot. And afterward, we had, you know, we had brought that out through the spirit for about 4 hours. It was just me and him. You know, just brought it out for about 4 hours and shaking the hand, man. And wicked ass LA. And after that, when we had gone back to the car, mind you, it was like 1 a.m. It was like 1 damn 12 a.m. It was late at night when we got back to the car, right? When we got back to the car, it was hella late. But there was these two people was kind of standing by the car, and they were like buffers. They were like the people that you see outside sending out of clubs and whatnot. But they was like when they wasn't there when we had parked, but they was there when we came back. So when we had came back, it was like, hey, y'all have a good night. Y'all be safe out here. I was like, what? Where these brothers come from? I mean, literally, like, where did these brothers come from? But he was like, hey, y'all have a good night. You know? Uh, he said something to that. He said, have a good night, or y'all be safe. You know? And I perceived through the spirit that that could have been an angel, or that could have been the Lord speaking through him, because they just came out of nowhere. They just came out of nowhere. So it's these things that boost our faith and to understand that the most, like when you have faith and have confidence, you know, the Most High He gonna give you what you want, man. Right. So going back to the yeah, kind of the bouncers. I think yeah, that's what I said, right? Yeah, kind of the bounce, or I don't know, man. Right, the bouncers, man, the people that stand outside the clubs, right? But kind of just going back to that question, man. Right, the main topic of the point of the video, the Lord is asking us this question. It's in Matthew chapter 9, verse 27. And when Yahushua departed thence, two blind men followed him, crying and saying, Thou son of David, have mercy on us. And when he was come into the house, the blind man came to him, and Yahushua saith unto them, Believe ye that I'm able to do this? So whenever we're praying to the Most High, he's always asking us this question. Believe ye that I'm able to do this? They said unto him, Yea, Lord. Then touched he their eyes, saying, According to your faith, be it unto you. Meaning, according to your faith, I'm going to do this. Right? So that's why we need that faith. Right? So with that, all praises to Yahweh. By Shema Mashak, one Malaki Abashai. The water for tuning in. Lord willing, this video was edifying. Lord willing, you know, it's been an admonition, you know what I'm saying, for more faith in these last days. The spirit power Yahweh Shem Yahweh, right? A Kwam Yasha Alish, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Brakathan to the mighty brothers on the chat. And whoever's watching, Shalom, Shalom. A Kwam Yasha Allah again. All praises.